Tom.
Cheese Mary, that is a picture that I am ashamed to have produced. But here it is, up in our summer house, and we're back. MomenTary are back. And we have something to tell our people, don't we?
Yeah, so yesterday we had an idea that stemmed from, well, I applied to do a script writing master's at the UEA, and I got a place. I was offered a place, when was it? Last Friday. And basically, I thought I could get funding, but I can't. So we're looking at the cost, which is about £8,000, and thinking, what is really the best way to spend that money? And so we were thinking about that. And we came up with an idea for a show, didn't we?
We did. I mean, it kind of all stemmed, didn't it, from... It was quite a big discussion. It was quite a challenging discussion, I would say, at first. And we got the pad out and we mapped out different ideas and managed to kind of... It was a kind of whole life discussion, wasn't it? What do we want to achieve in our lives? What does Mary want to achieve in her life? What are all these creative projects we both have that we want to produce? And it's kind of like, how do we get from here to there? And whether that... You know, if this course, if it costs £8,000, how else might you spend £8,000? And whether there are different ways to kind of achieve the ultimate goals you have, essentially.
Yeah.
Right?
Because that's just one path of doing it. And it might not be the best path.
No. And I guess we're kind of asking you what paths could we be created with 8K, and then 8K just sounds great, doesn't it? 8K, like 4K definition, 8K definition, that kind of thing. And also Mary's got an 8 curl, an 8C, I guess that is, which is really cool. 8 is like a special number to us as well, isn't it? Yeah, so we've set ourselves a deadline, 21 days, the 20th of September, write it down, add it to your calendar. That's when we're going to have decided, I guess, what to do with the 8K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where essentially whether I'm going to do that course or what else.
Yeah. So we have a plan going forward. It's going to go on all sorts of turns, I guess, all sort of twists and turns, to see kind of, what kind of comes from it all.
Yeah. But what is it that we really want from people? Because we need to tell them that so that they are prepared. Because we would like some interaction from you. We would like you to tell us what you think would be the best way to spend 8K.
And Mary's even made a jingle.
I have made a jingle. So I really quickly came up with it, actually, and I could hear it in my head, and I was like, you know, frantically doing stuff on the iPad.
Yeah.
And I think it came out really good.
It was swift work.
I really like it a lot.
We even then started thinking about a routine, didn't we? A dancing routine. And then the heavens opened. A thunderstorm began. And so we're cozy in the summer house now. But yeah, tomorrow is day one of, what do we call it?
Well, 8K.
Just day one of 8K.
Yeah, 8K. Day one. And we've got really no idea, because it's hopefully going to be a progression that ends in, you know, something. And we've got a jingle. We're going to make some kind of like intro animation or something to go like...
We'll see what can happen.
We're making a new show that's going to last for 21 days.
Yeah. And
that will... The kind of finale will be the decision.
Yeah, and where that will happen from, I don't know. Where we'll be in that point, I don't know. But it's kind of an experiment, isn't it? It's a kind of what can we do with this? We love improv. This is kind of improvising. Life is improv, is something we've said many times, and this is essentially the next step in our lives, in your life. And it's important to kind of, I think, make the right decision, but also to kind of open all the doors and try and let the draft come through. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to kind of add that I'm not necessarily looking for you to tell me you should do the course or you shouldn't do the course. That's not really what it's about.
No, and it's also not about you giving us 8K, because as nice as that would be, I don't think we'd ask that of you.
I mean, saying that though, if you have got 8K and you don't know what to do with it, we're making a show
Just-
about what to do with it, so you could give it to us.
all the things you could do with 8K, and by the end of that, Mary will have decided the next way.
No, well, it's not just going to be me deciding. That's the thing. It's going to be the viewers.
So you're going to put your life in their hands.
Not my life. 8K. Like, okay, so some of the things that we talked about was I was like, well, we could just, like, we could buy 8,000 lottery tickets.
You only get 4,000. They're £2 these days. But
what, you can't, wait. You can't.
You could buy 8,000, but it cost you £16,000 because they cost £2.
No. You can't buy a lottery ticket that costs £1 anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. They cost £2. I'm fairly sure. You can get 8,000 scratch cards. You even kept going about putting it on black. But I don't think we should gamble. We will not gamble. Gambo, no. That's not going to happen.
No, so, okay, so we've already ruled out gambling the money, even though, you know, potentially you could double it and then you could do a master's and something else. We're not going to do that.
No, but I think that's, we've kind of gone further than we were expecting, but I think maybe we should continue really, because this is the crux, this is the importance of it all. You know, we opened up this page and wrote all these plans and spoke about collaboration and working with others to kind of produce amazing things, you know, and that's very much, we want to do things now, right? We want to, who knows how things change, we want to do as much as we can now. And we're in this opportunity, we have this opportunity to do something, and we thought, you know, it just seemed to make sense. If we can unite people, if we can do other things to kind of make projects happen that you obviously are very passionate about, and will be fantastic things that you want to do in your life anyway, if they can be achieved using 8K or however it works, as opposed, I guess it made the question, what should we do? What could you do with 8K and how could that change your life?
Yeah. The weird thing is that I was kind of in a similar, when I first came back to Norwich, it was a similar position to this, because it was going to cost this much money to do a course, and then I actually did some research. I went to look at another place that had a similar course, spoke to the woman there, and she was like, oh, it's actually not the right course for you.
So that interjection changed your path, which led you to me and this wonderful artist that you have here. Right, 20 seconds to 8 minutes. I guess it makes sense to finish on 8 minutes.
Okay,
shall we?
yeah,
Should we
sure.
do that? So, ideas. What would you do with 8K?
If you wanted to further to get towards your goals.
How do you score a goal with 8K?